to look at how they've done this split, and then your list was who's the best right now. So slightly different criteria.
Yeah, and for the chat, just wanted to see which jungle tier list you vibe with most, either Dom's or yours, Meteos's.
Okay.
So
Dom's is up there.
yes.
Wow, Blabber that low.
There it is, see, already.
No
so
way.
spam chat to vote, either Dom or Meteos, just so we can actually get that out there, and we can just start discussing the list and the comparisons.
I think a couple things that jump out. Boogie, lower on Meteos's a little bit. River, a little higher on Dom's, but that was before they just lost their game. They were in the middle of that insane win streak. Golden Guardians lost yesterday, and River had a bit of a struggle game, so a little bit lower now.
I wanted to ask, because obviously Dom rated River super highly, and there's the biggest discrepancy in the top, I think, is between River and Blabber placements. So what do you think Blabber, what have you seen from Blabber?
Very scary for this 100 Thieves bottom lane that you're talking about, Meteos. So much of their game plan kind of revolving around.
Right, and I think a lot of the time on those kill trades, it kind of depends like how the wave is set up. I didn't get a super close look at who it was better for, but I don't think the lane's going to be completely decided for anyone just yet. But this gang might decide it.
Contracts might have something to say about that decision, as Luger's going to get his 3rd kill of the game. They get his 4th kill of the game, and 100 Thieves bottom lane. The screens are all gray.
Wow, so, you know, I'm a little bit surprised by Closer's decision to go for Crab there rather than hovering, because, you know, obviously most plays you can come back and be like, oh, jungle should have been there. But in this instance, all summoners were burned in an all-in, and your wave is pushing out, right? There is no better time to look bottom than this.
Yeah, that's why as soon as you see the Sejuani creeping in, you know this is going to be a flash initiation. Busio used his flash in the last play that we saw.
Up top side, Tenacity has a pretty impressive lead in farm over his opponent in Dokla, but that is what you would expect early with the Olaf versus Sion matchup. Of course, Dokla will still be able to scale into being incredibly relevant thanks to Sion's passive with the Soul Furnace, so he's happy to just keep on farming it out up there. You can see the farm even in mid lane. Bottom lane, of course, still the advantage for Luger, as he and Whom have been in control of this matchup, and Contracts is once again looking to stop by and see if he might be able to make anything happen, or at least stop Closer from doing the opposite. Closer's going to walk up here. Contracts is waiting for him. Bjergsen's right behind Closer, however, so 100 Thieves are still confident to see if they can make CLG stick around for this. Busio throws out the binding. Yes, it hits Contracts, but not until he's already dashed away to safety.
Honestly, really good defense here from CLG, because that buys time as Bjergsen spends his roam timer to go halfway down the river. Palafox on the ASO, who should be the point that's being attacked, gets a free wave clear. He pushes out the wave and gets to go recall. So that's pretty good news, even though that didn't look like a lot. Really good little bit of defense there from CLG.
Right, I don't dislike the play by 100 Thieves here. I think that, you know, using Gragas's prio, like his one timer to come down and clear the vision, make sure your bot lane's not going to get dove on that stacked wave. It's still good. It's not really going to get you an advantage, but it might slow down the snowball that CLG is trying to do.
Well, the quick replay that we did have there just showed double if fat fingering the cleanse, so not going to have that one for a couple of minutes. We will see if CLG can punish that, or if it ends up not really mattering a whole lot. Closer wanted to take the Sonic Wave there to get in range of the Crab, potentially fight Contracts for that one, but Contracts can secure it without Closer being able to move in and say a whole lot about it. Mid laners still just back and forth farming, dead even between the two of them, and when things are going even in mid lane, Aurelion Sol is always happy.
Wow, looking at this jungle XP, that is not what Closer likes to see. Sejuani's going to hit 6 off of blue here, and Closer's still level 4.
And if you layer on top of that, Riftchild is about to spawn, and CLG also have a pushing bottom lane. This feels so easy for CLG to just run the neutral objectives, rotate on up. They don't even have to full recall here. Contracts can instantly start.
Right, I'm interested to see what 100 Thieves decides to do here. I think they actually have an option of fighting this with Olaf.
Responds with a flash of his own and ulti to disengage it, so Tenacity won't get what he was looking for.
Top lane, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh boy, but mid lane's the story instead. Closer with a disengaged kick. Busio's coming up to give themselves a numbers advantage, but Closer flashes away to escape the Sejuani ulti. Busio now having a flash out to get away from the counter ulti of Varus as Boom rotates up. Palafox maintains control over the mid lane. Both sides throwing out a couple of weapons, a couple of ultis here. Nobody getting a whole lot.
It's going to be very hard for 100 Thieves to win fights just trying to get a pick, because like I mentioned in draft, they don't have a whole lot of lockdown in their comp. Like Lee Sin, Olaf, Gragas has some CC, but it's not very reliable. It's not like a Vi ulti where you just point, click, lock it down entirely. They don't have a lot of things to set up their follow-up CC. So I think they're really going to be hoping that CLG just overextends here or gives them something.
Ooh, CLG picking up that first turret of the game 5 seconds before the plates would have fallen means they get the entirety of the possible value of that tier 1 turret bottom lane. Almost a 3,000 gold lead here 14 minutes into the game. Remember, they claimed first Herald, they claimed the first Drake, the second Drake about to spawn here in 25 seconds. But Closer's got his eyes on the other side of the map. Dokla does not have his ulti ready to go again. The Olaf ulti, however, is ready. Ragnarok has been used. There comes the damage from Sion to try to take him with him, as you've got Palafox wanting to join in. Dokla's dead body just tears Tenacity apart, and it's a double kill for a dead man. CLG gets the better of him.
He got stronger when he died. He was a zombie forever.
What a champion.
Wow. And, great play by... I was going to say it was a really good play by 100 Thieves, setting that up, getting the kill on Dokla. They blew his flash before, good follow-up gank. But Palafox having that TP advantage, great counter gank. And, when you're on the scaling mid, being able to show up for a play like that and swing it, which, it would have been a 1-for-0, but now it's a 1-for-2 in CLG's favor.
Big Dokes with the expert passive usage here on Sion on full display. CLG,
they're not done. Busio gets caught by the chains of corruption. Boom has his number, and they set it up for Luger yet again. The perfect AD carry score. No deaths, no assists,
get him,
all kills. Bjergsen wants to go after the dragon, but good lord, man, he's just getting melted by the dragon breath. This looks real bad. Bjergsen tries to get away. The big man belly flop gets him out for now, but here come the skies, and they descend on Bjergsen's health bar, baby. Palafox getting kill number 1.
Wow, almost the exact same situation. 100 Thieves just trying to make a, spur of the moment play, but CLG's ready for it. They have those TPs, they have the resources. They're saying, what is this guy doing? He's trying to go on me, just TP, kill him. So, I think 100 Thieves definitely probably not playing their best macro game here, maybe feeling a little bit desperate, and definitely getting punished for it.
It's like a buddy cop movie. It's great. Palafox has Dokla's back, and then Dokla's got his back, teleporting in to save.
Tragic for them, but they do have TP advantage now. Bjergsen has his teleport available, and CLG does not have either of theirs. So they could look to try to make some outnumbered play, but it might be hard.
Ooh, Bjergsen's gonna be caught out by contracts here. They're just gonna chain CC, and Bjergsen, what the hell are you doing there? Of all the places on Summoner's Rift you could have been.
He's going for a quick nap.
Okay, yeah, a dirt nap.
He got a little bit too much to drink.
He's going back to the fountain to take a bath as well. He's got to wash it off. Oh my goodness, CLG just look uncontested.
And Poom's just throwing out another chains of corruption on this Varus, landing these over and over again to constantly provide some threat. They're not going to get a kill from it, but it opens up enough time. They force down the tier 2 turret in mid lane. Now the Palafox is already working on the tier 2 turret in bottom lane. 100 Thieves have no turrets for themselves, and Closer still trying to push forward, gain every inch of ground they can. Dokla on the front line. A lot of damage being done to Tenacity. He's using the stasis, trying to stay alive here in the very front. Busio is burning down. Dokla's already killed Tenacity. Busio runs, and Closer's getting beat. It's Bjergsen already gone first, and 3 of the 100 Thieves are already dead. Busio burns away. A double kill for Palafox. Baron be damned, the game is over, and CLG's gonna take it.
Yeah, that's gonna do it. They tried. Bjergsen went for the flash combo on Aurelion, still did about 30% of his health, not quite enough, and yeah, CLG's going to take it. Pretty impressive game by CLG, all things said.
Incredible.
Starting from the bot lane, they just won the 2v2 really hard. Great gank right after it, and they just played with their advantage well.
Luger and Boom, massive performance from them. I also think contracts, even though it is a lot easier to play jungle when you have a winning, lane setup like
the
this.
better Aurelia, so we're gonna settle that today. Let's get into game.
Are we taking Snowball?
Yeah, take whatever you... yeah, let's take Flash Ignite.
Flash Ignite?
You don't want it? I mean, if you're insecure, check my runes.
By the way, are you what?
Did you just ban it?
Oh, I banned it. Oh my god, dude.
What the hell?
Go.
There's 3 bans you have to waste.
I didn't know that.
Tell us the story about who the better Aurelia is.
I mean, it's not really a story. I'm just a better Aurelia. I mean, the story ends there.
All right, so here it is. I think he's better than me at laning because that's all he focuses on. And I think I have a better picture of the game, and I'm better at team fighting. Do these right.
Oh!
Are you Snowball? Oh, Ignite.
Red quadrant over to blue and ganking Armut already.
Well, we just saw Fudge use the Rupture. It'll come back up here in a couple of seconds, and I expect once that Rupture is ready, Blabber's going to want to pick his moment here. If they can get Armut to use the Slice, then they know they're going to be in a really good spot. Rupture is used, Armut flashes, Sonic Wave, Resonating Strike, one more hit will do it. Armut's down, and C9's on the board.
Yeah, I love to see it. It's the patience that pays off, Flowers. You know, as we're all staring at him standing in that tri-brush, they see the stun used by Renekton. Guess what? That means Blabber can go right into tower range. He doesn't care because Renekton's going to turn around and stun you in tower range. They finish it off the kill. And, you know, Rupture, as you said, gets the flash out of Arma early. So very nice, patient play from Blabber does get rewarded. And now the classic, ooh, really good awareness here by Jensen. They did have the
and follow that one up. Pretty impressive numbers on the left side of your screen you're seeing right now for both Blabber and Sven on their current champions. Sven with more than a 75% win rate on Kalista, nearly a 9 KDA, man.
Blast Cone 2, he hits the Q.
Oh, and Blabber just goes in and steals it. That feels bad, man. Dignitas wants that one back.
Or feels great for the Lee Sin. Blabber, honestly, First Blood acquired, Dragon Steel acquired. He's living the Lee Sin dream, Flowers. This champion is buffed a little while ago, and it has taken an extra patch for pros to really start to jump on it. Once top laners started practicing it as well, it really felt like all the jungles were like, all right.
Tags him, so that means the timer will not expire anytime soon to go for an execute. Ibanez has to try to find some fancy feet, but there's not enough fanciness in the world to get you out of that. And Jensen's getting the money as another kill comes through. Sven's taken low yet again. Ignar kills him yet again. Dignitas wins the 2v2 yet again.
Flowers, again, this is one of my favorite duos into Caitlyn lanes, and they're playing it so well. The desk also highlighting Tomo from yesterday. They're really, really hammering this one home. Another kill. Really nice ultimate into Arcane Shift away to ensure he doesn't give the trade back, too. Look how close the health is. So Ignar goes in, gets the root, Ignite is on, they hit the Mantra Q, they hit the ultimate, and you have to assume that there are wards there, that they have the vision advantage,
right.
And since they are pushed up in mid lane too, they have the ability to rotate quicker over to you. So retaking, you have to have so much more of a cautious approach in retaking that territory, and Armut got punished. Now though, Sven.
And Sven is caught. Sven is dead. That flash was unfortunate. It's a rough game for Sven. 0-4-2 here on the Kalista. Dignitas has been picking on him constantly, but now, are they going to get caught out instead? They will. Fudge with the kill on Santorin, and now Dignitas has to fall back. Berserker's winning the 1v1 against Tomo off to the side, while Fudge remains an impenetrable front line. It's Jensen getting kicked back into Fudge's waiting arms. Sonic Wave into the Resonating Strike, but they can't quite kill him just yet. Jensen and Tomo and Ignar are all falling away as Blabber's about to fall down. And Armut, their health bars aren't exactly super nice right now. Jensen threatening another kill there with an accelerated shock blast. Sven has to save Berserker to get him away from it. The Drake's at 3K. Blabber wants to try to steal. Blabber takes him down and steals it away again. He just keeps getting away with it. They'll finally pick up the kill, but Fudge is back, and he's madder than hell. He missed the Rupture, but Berserker aims true. Fudge gets the kill credit, and Dig get wiped out.
How much work is Berserker doing, Flowers? That was insane stuff from him. The confidence on this guy, you love to see it growing with every game he gets with Cloud9. Absolutely as aggressive as possible. Here's the
Begin hits down in the blink of an eye, and C9 has a lot of minions pushing up here in mid. They can just keep trying to push. They may just be able to end the game right now. They still got 25 seconds before Armut is back on the map. Blabber is very low, but the first Nexus turret has already fallen. Fudge finds a knockup on a Santorin. The feast isn't ready just yet, but M&S finds blood in the water and absolutely tears Tomo apart. Dig is stuck back on the fountain stairs, and one Baron is all it took. 30 minutes in, C9 finds the win.
Another beautiful game from Cloud9. I'm having a difficult time right now deciding if I give my player of the game to Fudge or Berserker, Flowers. Those two,
Tough.
Those two put in so much
gameplay.
Yeah, you always appreciate the AD carries that are willing to put themselves into danger to be able to get that damage out. Thank you, M&S. This one is for you, Mom and Dad. Appreciate it. Yo, shout outs.
This one is for you and your dad. To the person that is at it there. So hell yeah, wholesome.
So that was a fan shout out, I think.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was cool. Hell yeah. I always love the wholesomeness you get here at the LCS.
Me too. We're a big family here.
Yeah. Big family, all having a good time. Hey, after the break, Meteos is going to be doing some VOD review, and then it's time for the battle of good and evil. Evil Geniuses versus Fly coming up next. Don't miss it.
First thing we're going to do is teach you how to use the burner.
Ruby is at the studio today.
After Dignitas got their first win of the season by beating Evil Geniuses, A-Law wasted no time.
You okay? At Vulcan Lol, I'm here if you want to vent.
Fudge swung in with "I think we settle this with a fist fight." Licorice dropped in with the shocked turtle meme from the hit 2006 film Over the Hedge starring Bruce Willis. Solo chimed in saying,
What losing to Dig does to a MFer. You have nothing else than waiting for me to lose a game? See you next week.
Welcome back, everybody. It's time for game number 3 of the day. You just got caught up on a little bit of the trash talk between our next two supports going head-to-head. We got Meteos back with us for this one. FlyQuest versus Evil Genius.
I want to see a Cho'Gath here in response to K'Sante. That matchup is actually so good for Cho'Gath, because as soon as K'Sante ults and goes all out, you just eat him. Because he loses all of his health.
You just eat him, man.
You half health yourself, and then you get true damage chomp.
You just eat him.
Wait. They actually Garen. He does the same thing.
It's someday Garen.
Yeah,
I gotta get Moose Hater on the phone.
He actually does have the same idea with the ultimate as soon as K'Sante does ult, but you shut it out immediately, Flowers. In Moose Hater and Champions in Challengers League, but as well in Europe as well. Adam in the Challengers over there, or in the Champions queue at least. Over there, definitely getting a little bit of Garen. This is one of those picks that is primarily for solo queue, though.
Wow, this is Azir blind after the nerfs. This is going to get
sort of like the meta item that everybody wants to rush, but I guess it's probably what you're talking about. Gale Force is so important. You want to be able to have that extra mobility, especially with no Thrash.
To go in and get the execute proc damage every single time. Berserker uses it aggressively. Also, we got notification confirmed. This is the first LCS Garen ever.
The LCS has been around for like a decade. That's
yes.
3,652 days, because of leap years, don't forget that, of no Garen.
I remember it like it was yesterday, 2013. Here we go, Vulcan hits the hook.
Ayla!
Oh,
Ayla! Goodbye.
You got to emote. There it is. There it is. The white flag. Let's go.
Let him know.
Vulcan strikes first. I'm on it, baby. I'm way ahead of you. I'm spamming enter here. There's no new spice to the fire here being added. Vulcan just takes his kill and the emote is enough.
Man, Evil Genius is off to a great start here against FlyQuest. EG's been a team that, you know, they've had a lot of weird moments in a lot of their now at the point where it feels really good for the Garen. You just spin on top of the wave, pop the active on your Stride Breaker, guarantees you clear out everything that's not a cannon minion. Impact honestly doesn't have much harder of a job than that. A couple of Qs and he'll clear out the same thing. But Vulcan and Inspired and even JoJo are coming topside. They want to focus on K'Sante now. Everybody goes in. Nice, using the all-out from Impact to get through the Shurima Shuffle to get past the Emperor's Divide. Impact just says hell no, sends them all back.
Great play by Impact. Like we were saying, he is just the king of absorbing pressure. And that was awesome for FlyQuest. You know, EG committed 4 members. They're going to get multiple waves, mid and bottom, some damage on the turrets, just a lot of space created by FlyQuest there.
Yeah. Them all, and Inspired's the one caught out, but Impact may just be punished. He flashes away from the chickens and escapes with 10 HP. The fight continues, and Prince goes forward, but Prince may have been caught. He gets back over the wall. How the hell's he still alive? Finally going to be shut down. Vulcan gets slammed down by the Demacian sword, and now Spica has to run away from the Garen. Someday's still after him, and he just keeps on spinning. Spica has to flash back over the wall. It's 2 dead on the side of Evil Genius. It's 2 dead on the side of Fly. But the FlyQuest players who died were Vikla and most importantly, Prince.
That was a crazy fight. It was both teams just back and forth at each other's throats, like kind of engaging, disengaging.
Oh, we're not letting them always keep them away. It's Someday looking to play interference as they're going to throw JoJo's soldiers back over the wall. Vulcan goes for a hook. Impact goes down below half HP. Another death sentence flies out, but it ain't gonna find the mark. Impact trying to deal with Someday and keep him away, so Speaka's able to find an angle to enter into the pit, but it ain't gonna happen. Someday goes all out. Someday goes all in. There's the execution on Cassante. He presses his ult, and then you just eat him. You don't even gotta be Cho'Gath. It's Evil Geniuses getting everything.
I love how much attention EG put on not letting there be any chance of the steal, going over the back of Baron. They were tanking Baron spikes for like 30 seconds there, fishing around to kill Impact and Spica to make sure the Baron doesn't get stolen. They get the extra kills as well, and we finally got to see it.
You know, I think it was a good attempt by Fly to get that steal there. It was a pretty desperate situation. They lost Prince, there's no way they can fight, but I like the way that Impact ulted Someday over the
credit to JoJo in this game. The Azir, really big difference in pressure, setting up for a lot of these mid-game moves where EG are also finding picks, and Someday gonna get his 1v1 teleport out for Impact though.
Oh,
he came back up!
The cooldown came back! The silence came back! Black Cleaver's ability haste is enough to restore the Q's cooldown just in time to cancel Impact's escape. He wants to flash away, but he knows he can't do it. Someday is so fast, and he just executes him. If you guys want to beat Cassante in solo queue, there's how you do it. Pick Garen.
Impact tried so hard. Nothing he could do.
I have to say, too, the first and only Garen in the history of the LCS, infinite KDA. Looking
incredible.
Good.
Incredible. 4-0-2. He's got his Zeal. He bought the Zeal right after the Stride Breaker. He's just been sitting on it forever because it's such a cost-effective item. Just gives him some good stats. Has Evil Geniuses with the enemy frontliner dead for 15 seconds and also not having his teleport because it was used and wasted in the attempted escape. EG knows this is a great time to go after the Baron, but they've got to be aware of Spica. They can't allow this to end up being some sort of YOLO flip on a 50-50. Spica's still trying to hang around. FlyQuest knows they can't just give it away. Prince wants to fire off the Moonlight Vigil, but it ain't gonna do a lot. Holy moly, you gotta be shit!
Really?
Spica gets it!
All of that, and you just let him walk in. Why?
Insane stuff. So we saw first Prince went up to shoot ult to try and get vision for him. Everybody on FlyQuest is trying to get vision for Spica. Then he has to go in himself. He ults, he flashes in, and brings hope to FlyQuest.
At the 11th hour, man, the Sejuani.
It's actually such a huge swing with the increased objective bounties into the game now too. That one magnified, and now they can get more.
Away as JoJo stays alive. Prince is on the hunt. FlyQuest right behind him, looking to enable him, looking to allow that AD carry to find the money that he needs to get to win this fight. He has the green gun. He's got the range. Keep your eyes on Prince.
Speaking of range, peep the Garen build real quick. You see what he turned that
to?
Oh
My rapid fire! Yes, extend the sword. Go gadget, extendo sword.
Why use a sword when you can buy a gun? Someday's ready to silence you from 27 extra auto attack range away.
Yeah, that's fine, because Garen used to always get the Mortal Reminder out of his Zeal, but now that's not built out of Zeal anymore, so I mean, I guess I've never seen this
Does
before.
his ult get longer too?
I don't know. It's only auto attacks. It's only auto attacks to my knowledge. Okay, so Garen's got a gun. Spica using the Arctic Assault to buffer through the chains of corruption. That's another big cooldown there from FBI. EG moving down towards the Drake. Remember, it's not soul for them. They're just trying to stop FlyQuest from being able to get it. Prince is going to lead the charge. FlyQuest are just going for the inside angle on the enemy base. They're saying, if you want the dragon, you can take it, because we might be able to find a different angle instead. JoJo may have been caught, but Prince got caught instead. He barely stayed alive, but Someday on the Garen will find the flank, and EG run him over. Fickla won't escape, and that's the end of the game right there.
Flowers, you asked Meteos, what would you do if you're the Gragas in this situation? You game-winning initiation onto Prince.
Incredible.
Holy moly.
So well played by
insane.
EG. You know, even JoJo getting engaged on getting that stopwatch off, and it just ended up with FlyQuest being in a really compromising position.
Yeah, they went right for him and Inspired. Huge job to chunk him low enough to set it up for that Someday flank.
Inspired deserves so much credit this game. Almost all their early game advantages came from his pathing, and Gragas is not easy to play in team fights. Hitting these just max range ultis to knock an Aphelios in, just incredibly good play.
For the second time this split, FlyQuest will fall. Oh, no! One last message to Ayla on the spawn platform, and evil geniuses triumph over FlyQuest.
Ooh.
I am sorry for all of your Garens in solo queue. Someday ends with no deaths. No Garen has ever been killed in the LCS. 6-0. He got the final kill onto Prince as well. The enemy carry. Wow.
What a battle. It nearly ended up going the other way after the incredible Baron steal from Spica. But EG hold on. They find the beautiful final engage that you guys were talking about. They take out the full build of Felios. And that's the second loss that FlyQuest has suffered this entire split. EG hands it to him.
That was an awesome game. What a pleasure to be able to cast that one. You know, a lot of hype going into it. Back and forth game. Very good play from both sides. Just awesome to watch.
It was a pleasure having you on for that game, having you on throughout the day so far, buddy. Right now, though, we actually have to send you down to the stage to the post-game interview now that this game is done. So go ahead, pop off your headset. Thank you so much for joining us. We'd love to have you back anytime, man. And we will get you... Oh, you're hooked in here. Hold on.
We'll get him back to work.
There we go. Head on down to the stage, and as soon as you're ready, we'll toss the interview over to you. Kobe, that game was...
That was
nuts.
a battle. That was a battle. That was so fun to watch. Made possible by the steal from FlyQuest, from Spica getting over there and breathing some more life into it. Vulcan right now, giving the shush to Ayla.
We are about to see so much shit on Twitter after that one's done.
Certainly
so much.
not. Wait, let me check all chat one more time. No.
Yep.
Everybody's typing GG's in all chat. Good, clean game.
That's the way you do it.
Sportsmanship.
Talk your trash on Twitter. Say GG in the game. Let's see one more time.
Okay, we need to take another look at this. Okay, so JoJo, he walks up, he does get Sedge ulted, but then he instantly...
My face taped to a punching bag, and then I see the other guy punching it. It's a little bit weird for a regular season game. Like, I get that, you know, it's LCS, and he's not too good, so it's kind of hype for him. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I mean, that was going to be my next question, just what led to this. So it was more support of Winsome than an attack on Ayla. Either way, awesome stuff. Love it. Love the banter. So in that game, this was the first time since LCS started that we've seen a Garen. What was that about? Was that something you guys been cooking up? Is somebody saying like, oh, I got cheesed by this in solo queue, it's so good against Cassante? Like, walk me through that one.
I'm pretty sure it started from Moose Hater in NA Challenger League, and that's where everyone started playing it. It actually has a pretty good matchup into Cassante, and as you can see this game, he was like running him down on side lane, and every time we get a kill with his ult now, the Garen ult, we told Someday to scream Demacia in voice comms. So keep an eye out for when that releases. You guys can tune in on the EG YouTube channel to catch that. That's pretty funny.
That was incredible. So this game was very back and forth. You know, it looked really good for you guys in the beginning. You had super huge control over the game after that third dragon, but it started to slip away when they stole the Baron. So what was going through the comms? You know, how was the team feeling once it seemed like you started losing control? They started taking over the map.
We just had to kind of slow down a little bit.
More time, just back onto the Baron. You can't blame TL for trying something. They know it's such a low percentage play, but the game is toast if you give up the Baron.
Yep.
You know, Solo's trying to actually buy time for him to be able to get out with that recall because he didn't have flash. Oh, let's see the reaction. Was there? Oh.
Bye, guys.
Oh, bye, guys. I'll see you at home.
Yeah, Jonathan knows.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's the perfect reaction. That's great. Yeah.
You already accept your fate. Just like, I guess one of us has to die here.
Yeah. Solo zoned as long as he could. Can't be blamed. Top laners take no responsibility for their support's deaths.
Yeah. I know we haven't really talked about it from their perspective, but this has honestly been such a nice game from TSM. I mean, a lot of the advantages, you can argue that maybe Team Liquid don't have to deal with the Gnar, so surely this game should be theirs to close out, but Team Liquid are going to make them fight for it. Chime is going to go golden as he holds Pioshik in line, flashing away. TSM have only dropped one in Boogie, but it's 2-on-4. Summon has respawned, but it's already too late. TSM will clean up this game.
TSM stomping Team Liquid here today. What a statement game from them against one of their big competitors here for the 6th and final playoff spot. You know, they are trying to get at least to that 9-win benchmark here to try to get into the playoffs themselves. Turtle having a really good game here on the Ezreal, but it's just honestly pretty bulletproof overall for TSM. It never really felt like I think there's almost no shot here. We'll see if they can get done.
All right, Balulu Revenge. This would be a miracle if you could pull it off. Huge knockup from Revenge, but the damage from Balulu, it's not enough. Fleshy is respawned as well. They find one, but River and 6A just turned on to the Nexus. 6A is hitting one after another. Can they lock him down? No! Golden Guardians will close out this game.
That Golden Guardians getting the win, but I'm not gonna lie, that game got a little bit dicey. With the lead that they had, they can be happy to walk away with the victory. But I don't think they're going to be happy with the way that they closed it out from the massive lead that they created. Golden Guardians were running over this game, you know, very, very dominant. You got to give credit to two Immortals whose team fighting down the stretch was really